Now, in a nutshell, the narration is explaining about a Neimoidian trade federation who is protesting the Senate's trade route taxation, and it's doing so by surrounding a fleet of warships around the planet of Naboo.
Confused? Don't be hard on yourself. As long as the action is cool, it's fine, right? Right? Okay, I guess this is Star Wars?
The original 3 movies all opened up with these massive Imperial warships. But this was before the Empire, so it's cool, right?
Right? Right?
Captain.
Now, these guys look familiar.
Tell them we wish to board at once.
Wait a minute, who the hell are these guys?
I'm TC-14 at your service.
No, not you. Not you. Go back. Go back. Go back.
You mean to tell me that in a galaxy that has mastered interstellar travel, cutting-edge technology and architecture, and harnessing your inner ki, these are the droids that they use for war and manual labor?
They look so cheap. Which means that probably whoever built them is a multimillionaire and just wanted to save on money. Okay, yeah, now that makes sense.
Venus, those battle droids are expensive.
I'm getting ahead of myself, aren't I? Well, it's my first movie review.
Once inside, the Jedi raise their hoods and we get to see the faces of Qui-Gon Jinn and a young Obi-Wan Kenobi for the first time.
I have a bad feeling about this.
I don't sense anything.
It's not about the mission, Master. It's something elsewhere. Elusive.
Don't center on your anxieties, Obi-Wan. Keep your concentration here and now where it belongs.
We then see the trade viceroy Newt Gunray contacting the future emperor. Trust me, we'll get to these guys in a minute. Right now, I want to boast how awesome Ian McDiarmid is as the villain. His reoccurring appearance as a hologram, an obvious symbol of those who desire power, always using others to do their bidding, while the real dictator sits back and manipulates the course of events like a chessboard.
And the Jedi?
The Chancellor should never have brought them into this. Kill them immediately.
Maniacal laugh. Maniacal laugh. Maniacal laugh.
Sorry.
Too bad the Jedi have a defense against this.
Dioxys.
It is an old technique similar to the healing trance. Some Jedi can hold their breath for hours.
Okay, I love this scene. It's the very first time we see what a full-fledged Jedi is like in battle. But then the action is interrupted by...
What is going on down there?
These
We lost the
guys.
transmission, sir.
However, this next challenge, even the Jedi aren't a match for.
Master, destroy us! Shield generators!
Not even the Jedi could stop them? Looks like these droids are going to be a real challenge for... Why didn't they just do that?
Have you ever encountered...
Please, stop talking! I waited more than half my life to see the Jedi in action. This wouldn't be so bad if Viceroy Gunray wasn't the central villain of the movie. Listening to their cowardly voices, it's just sad. I'm sure they're ruthless, greedy, and willing to do anything what Lord Sidious says, but let's do a quick review of significant changes in the Star Wars universe.
First, we've gone from this to this. Next up, we've gone from these badasses to these rejects.
Check it out, Corporal. We'll cover you.
Roger, roger.
And finally, we've been downgraded from these ruthless Imperials.
Until this battle station is fully operational, we are vulnerable. The Rebel Alliance is too well equipped. They're more dangerous than you realize.
Dangerous to your Starfleet, Commander, not to this battle station.
To these spineless bureaucrats.
Do you think she suspects an attack?
I don't know, but we must move quickly to disrupt all communications down there.
That's 3 significant differences already in the first 10 minutes of this movie. And if you're wondering why so many people hate the prequels, well, don't worry, we're just getting started.
In fact, listen to this.
The Neimoidians were entrepreneurs, not fighters. They lacked the backbone to undertake a challenge to the Republic. Somehow they had found that backbone. And it bothered Qui-Gon that he could not explain how. Yet, with the exception of one scene in this movie, Qui-Gon completely dismisses this question. So, you have gutless enemies and a Jedi who doesn't follow his hunch. This movie is off to a great start.
Hell, it would have even been better to replace Sebulba as the main antagonist. A cruel, scary-looking animal who'll kick your ass at the drop of a hat? Nah, let's make the enemy spineless bureaucrats who sound like pansies.
Now let's compare the battle droids with the Imperial stormtroopers.
The Imperial stormtroopers were so intimidating. They looked like skeletons with their white armor and, well, skull helmets. This makes them a universal symbol of fear and death. The battle droids
are not.
I mean, they look like they should be chasing after Bugs Bunny. We see the Viceroy arguing with Queen Amidala, giving us a glimpse of what Luke and Leia's mother looked like for the first time.
Well, sort of. I mean, you gotta give props to Natalie Portman for having to endure all those creative costumes that she has to wear, but it's kinda hard to take her seriously when she looks like that.
Meanwhile, the Jedi find out that the Federation is planning to invade Naboo and sneak down to the planet to help them.
Wait a minute, you guys were just outside the bridge. Aren't you going to go back and capture the Viceroy? Wouldn't that put an end to all this? Are you really going to give up that fast? Okay, I guess so.